channels for kick, 2 channels for snare, that's 4. Right? Your hi-hats, that's 5. Right? If you have 3 tongues, so I say 5 and 3 is 8. Right? 2 overheads, that's 10. Alright? That's just drums alone now.
So wait,
if you want to do keyboard,
you come like the sound engineer for everybody, man, when you going out and perform?
No, that's what recording. I'm talking about recording a live session.
Oh, okay,
right?
Yeah.
So rather than, so everything going on at the same time, person singing, and when you're done, you can always go back and edit it if you want. Like the keyboard player, if you make a mistake playing live, you can always, when you finish recording it now, he can always go back and take his time now and play over what is messed up. So that's the whole idea behind that.
Yeah, okay.
But you need a proper mixer for doing that. So while you're playing, the mixer, you're recording at the same time. And then you can go back and listen to this, okay, I like how the brass line play now. Let me play it over. You say, no, play it over. You can always leave what's there and just play above it. And then when you're done, you just erase it if you want.
Okay.
Because they're all audio.
Okay. So big question, and maybe I didn't get to ask you that, but when you guys did that album, for example, is the album, you have a white cover with you, Onyan, is a big set of band players. I think even Brian Fontaine, well, no, Brian wouldn't be there, but it was it had some red writing. I don't remember what it had. Boy, what album was that, boy? Shit, fuck. I think that was in the early 2000s, man. Onyan. So, what was recording like during that time? Was it Onyan that really had a preference for what he wanted, and then he had his own people?
Yeah, he would do everything that he wanted. I think those years he was recording in New York. So they were different. You know what I mean?
Okay, got you.
But no, like I said, technology's changed. Nobody needs to go nowhere. I mean, like me, I'm sitting in my room upstairs and I record some stuff, right?
Yeah, because remember I met you at a St. Lucian event about 2 years ago. You remember when it was our Creole event, Junior Creole or something like that. And I saw you with your laptop there. I'm like, what? But what M16 doing here? M16 is a drummer? Why he there? Like, I was so shocked to see you.
My partner does, sing and so them guys are the one that was dealing with that. So that's how come we ended up doing that. So it's not only just you see the technical side of me, there's other sides to me other than playing,
Right, because like the actual Lucian guy, when I spoke to him, he told me that he's affiliated with you. All I can know that he's from a band from St. Lucia that was a long time ago called Menaka.
The Matrix,
yeah. But then he don't forget his name already, because he used to, after a while, when I wanted to, he was looking for, I don't know if I was looking to drum with a band or I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But then you were the drummer for their band, and I think my name came somewhere in between that. I don't remember what was the conversation. But then it came with affiliation to Menaka, which is the older band from that time. And then being that you were the drummer, and then he sent me videos of you playing a rehearsal with them. And I was like, what? So I was like, but that's M16. But I said, that's MC. I know M16. He said, yeah, man, M16, he's with us sometimes and whatever. But if M16 is not around, we would sometimes need a drummer. I said, okay, well, I play drums. He said, oh, really? You play drums? I said, yeah. I play drums. So after that, I think COVID hit, and then really we never really got to rehearse. But then he said that you are their drummer, and when they play the local St. Lucian songs, you know the feels and you know everything. Yeah,
they were looking to do something with what's it, Invader.
Right.
And then COVID coming. COVID coming and just kill the whole
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because what we would do is if they want to do something and they wanted to do a show. But then when COVID hit, that's the end of that story,
Right, exactly. So yeah, and then my name came about. But then my only experience with playing with live bands was um with a band called Ninja Band. I don't know if you know about them.
Mm.
Yeah, Ninja
Mm-hmm.
Band was a Guyanese band from New York, and
Okay.
they used to back up a lot of the Calypsonians coming out at Trinidad and some of them, and Barbados like Andy Armstrong, from Square One
Uh,
and stuff. And I got to start playing with them and things. So I mean, it never materialized because at the time I don't know what it is with me, but every time I decide to make a move to a different place, like moving to New York from Florida or moving from New York to Saint Lucia, is always when the opportunity come for somebody to call me to say, "Hey, we need you to join our band or something," and I'm like,
that is usually the case.
"Yeah, I just
When
hate
you
it,
do that.
man. I
Yeah,
hate it.
so
I hate it."
I'm seriously thinking in trying to do some stuff here. In terms of putting some stuff together.
You have
So
some
I'll see
brilliant
what
ideas,
happens.
man. You have some brilliant ideas. It's just going to take a little step at a time. Everything is a small step,
But like you just opened my eyes to something. So I mean, what I can do is to run the channel. I'll call a friend of mine tomorrow, or maybe so she might be up, and discuss it tomorrow. I meet up with her.
Mm.
And we create the page and we just upload the videos on there because I been have those like a few weeks now and they're so big because I wasn't concentrating on so I said, okay, let me get somebody to edit it for me
Right.
and just give me a piece of the video and I'll put it on Instagram. It's long enough.
Mm.
Whatever you can take and put it on Instagram and send it to Facebook so that feed plays.
Right.
You don't have to be, and then the whole thing, I put the whole thing up because one is over an hour and something and the other one is like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's two pieces. It's one long thing now.
Right.
But it's two two pieces, so I put one and then put the other one. So one is the beginning and one is when we finish and then they ask us to play again, so we play for another 45 again after that. So there's two different things,
Right, yeah. What you don't know,
from all over the place.
what you don't know, no matter how long it is, drummers will watch it. Sometimes you don't even have to edit anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you want, sometimes you could just upload the whole thing, and if you need to submit a part of it for like the company you said that's looking for, what you can do is upload the whole thing. Drummers like myself will sit there and watch it like it's cartoons, and we'll watch the whole thing because we're interested in watching the whole thing, and we will grasp it because we are that type of audience. But if you want to say, well, okay, you want to delete it or you want to upload it to your Dropbox, or you want to upload it to Google Drive, you can do so and then free up your space. So that way you don't have to worry about the space you have on your phone, on your device, or your laptop. But then again, iMovie is both on the phone and on your laptop. So if you have iMovie on your laptop, if you want, and you could edit it. But if you don't have the time, you could just upload the whole thing on YouTube. And
well,
then...
I didn't know that you tell me that because I have it done before. I was doing it from the phone. But now that you tell me that, I'll try to use iMovie on the computer, edit it.
Yeah.
Just so the piece,
to learn
I
something.
Just need a little piece to play.
Yeah, learn something.
Then once I get that piece to play or what, the whole stuff I'll do. Like I said, tomorrow, I'll call the girl and do it. I'll probably just go by and we deal with it and then go from there.
Yeah, man. Nothing hard,
So, I'll let you know what's going on, man. No sweat.
Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate you taking the time to give me all that information about yourself. Because let me tell you, I emulate you even to this day. That video your son posted, I listen. I slow it down, I chop it up, I loop it. Every single thing, I try to mimic every single piece of note that you hit on these drum sets. Trust me, you don't know. I'm probably the only person who did that, and maybe there might be somebody else, and you don't even know, that sit down and watch that video and say, boy, even though you don't read a comment, saying that they did it. At least part of the thousands and thousands of views that you saw, at least one person probably did it, but they didn't want to comment. So you won't know. But a lot of people really watch and look up to you as a drummer because what you play on the drum set, like I said, it's effortless and it's things that other drummers would take a lot of energy and nerves. Even Gregory told me last night. And he told me that toward the end of the interview, like how I'm speaking to you now. And he said to me, boy, I don't want to make you feel sad, but I'm not playing drums anymore. I say, bro, what? Boy, what happened? Why are you telling me that? Gregory Pegas, who is the drummer for Asylum, who used to be the drummer for Asylum Band, which is Faye and Lions and Bungie Garland.
Yeah.
He used to play with them and thing. And he was actually a steel band drummer as well for Desperados in Trinidad and Pantonic. So he tell me, man, and I recorded the whole thing, and he tell me, boy, you know, I have a pinched nerve. I say, boy, what happened? He tell me, well, you know, all these years of playing, you know, he end up pinching a nerve because he used to be on the road so often, from one show to the next, and like you was telling me earlier, from one show to the next. And he said, I born December 31st, and the energy I put in towards what I'm doing is just, I have to give my all. Like when he play a kick, he give you that full kick, he give you the full hand. And when Gregory play, man, he even inspired Colonel Roberts, who is another phenomenal drummer again. And Colonel had an interview on IG, Instagram, and he mentioned that Gregory, without Gregory, from Gregory he learned how to play drums. And to hear Gregory say that at his young age that he stopped playing.
Listen to me.
You know,
Gregory cool now.
Really?
He used to play with Horizon before all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was, you know, animal so, boy, I tell you, them man play make you, when you see them man play right, and then something. You see the guy, check him out to the soca element and put him in a jazz element and you see Joe. You think you see anything? Put him in that element and you hear Joe. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So he's well rounded, but boy, I mean, no.
Yeah, man. He told me that, and I'm just publishing the interview right now on my YouTube channel. I'll send it to you when I'm done. You'll hear the things he was saying, man. He really mentioned a lot of things. He used to play with Ecstatic, and I say, boy, what? I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When I met him now, he used to live right across the street from me in Brooklyn now, and Utica now.
Oh, really?
Marshall an apartment. Yeah, that's where he used to live. In the May, just hang out. Them time, Shell Shock was the man behind the rhythms for Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But well, for Ecstatic anyway. Yeah, man. And I think that, I know him a long time.
Yeah, man.
The man hang out with us in New York sometimes, you know.
Okay, yeah, man. I know him, Gregory, man. That was my spot self, coming to practice down with Sesame Flyers, coming down Utica on the B46 bus.
Yeah.
Coming down there all the way to Avenue U, all the way at the bottom, and then continuing down all the way down on King's Plaza.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was days,
big
man.
thing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Gregory's a phenomenon. The thing is, he humble like fuck, man. Humble
cool
drummer.
guy, man. Real cool guy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, humble.
I wonder what he doing for himself now.
Yeah, I just tell you, he's in Trinidad now, and he said he cannot really play right now.
But what I'm saying, wonder what he doing to survive if he's not playing.
He said he doesn't. He's just taking a break right now from the kids. You know, I will send you. I'll send you the interview. I'll send you where he actually said it, and you'll hear him say it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, you'll hear him say it from the horse's mouth. But he was saying that he was taking a break because he sort of actually it just finished uploaded. Yeah, and yeah, he was saying that, and I said to me myself when I was growing up in the middle of playing, my listening of drummers was always I learned from local St. Lucian
Mm,
vibes, which
mm,
was, Midnight Groovers, Kassav,
mm,
um, was my beginnings of listening to drums and critiquing drums and knowing what drums sound like. When it comes to
mm.
Caribbean music, it was always Flames, Dominican music, and listening to steel band. That was my thing. Period.
Mm,
And then towards the middle of maybe 2010, going up 2013, 14, it was people like you, Gregory, Crossfire drummer, um, you know, a WCK drummer. It was 17 plus rhythms, being that they only
mm,
produce drum machine rhythms. It was always 17
mm.
plus to a certain extent because them fellas just had a way of putting together rhythms that was just phenomenal out of the world. Then to a point where I listened to.
And funny enough, right? I play with them, right?
hmm
If they're doing stuff, they call me,
I saw a recording with you.
Yeah, if they're doing anything, they call me, and I play and thing. So they had an area where Burning Flames had to play. So I didn't have a job. So they were on the gig, so they called me. Right? So here it is now. I know Burning Flames stuff and I know 70 plus stuff. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
It was funny. So if they, like for instance, if they put the two bands on tour right now, I'll be playing with 70 plus.
But hey, that you just give me a question I wanted to ask you a long time now. So if you never really get to play with Red Hot Flames, never.
No, I don't do that. There's a thing, so I don't, mix them.
Right, you see, that's the question. I knew I had that question in mind to ask because I know that if Unku don't have Fox, that he have to find somebody else, and I never see Unku find anybody else because Fox always healthy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that there were things where he might, but it's the thing. You can't put, and it's so funny. I had to do something local with him because it was, so basically it was Burning Flames with me playing drums. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But Fox wasn't there, so I had to play. And I'm telling you, it was session,
Right.
It was a session, but no, we're not gonna. We're gonna change up things.
Mm-hmm.
Have some different style of music. Boy, I say me, we have to figure things out, man. Not to worry.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know going on, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Noel Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Noel Brown. He affiliated with St. Lucia tremendously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Noel Brown, yeah, man. He's my buddy, man. That's my partner right there.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, it was really a big pleasure. Like I said,
No, man, we're gonna catch up, man. We're gonna start to do the thing properly, man. We're gonna do the interview properly. You might need to start to do the same, maybe the Zoom thing, because you know what I mean. Sometimes you need to put a face to a name,
Right.
So that might be a good thing to do. It's one thing to have an audio, interview with a person, but if you the thing, because the same friend of mine, she's starting to do something like that where she's interviewing people, musicians in Antigua to do that. She said any random musician she wants to start do, like maybe 2 people a month or so, So that is her intention because nobody's got to take to do that. So she's just doing. She wants to start. And she's young. She's only 17, 18, somewhere around there. Just with school.
Okay. Yeah, boy.
So I'll let you know what's going on.
But to do them kind of interviews, you have to know people. You see, you have to know the backstory because a lot of the time you don't get the in-depth, like how you just told me everything, just being loose on the phone, When you're doing something that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes on a program like ABS or something like you know.
No, what she's going to do is the same thing. Sit down and we converse. You know, the only thing is there's a camera. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to do it proper. You know, and she create a thing and she'll be posting them. The thing is about that some you may have to edit them unless you're going to do raw footage. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I told her she's trying to find somewhere that is not noisy and they have a good ambience to do it. So I tell her, you know, that's the thing that she can come up with. You never know. You can probably do it. They can do it anyway now. You can create the ambience and put them on the tree. Put it on the tree. 2 nice chairs, and you pick a time where you have proper lighting and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, if you're going to do it in the evening, you have to do it in a building. You know what I mean? Right. Sometimes you don't need a building. This way you have, you know?
Right.
So it's something to think about.
Yep, definitely, yeah. I appreciate
think I'm going to call her when I go. I have to call my dad and mother. Once I'm done with that, I'll call her and tell her. I need to think so we can deal with that.
Yeah, man, you could check me anytime, you know?
So so tomorrow I'm going in the evening time, you know. Tomorrow I have a rehearsal tomorrow. So I won't be home until about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, 8 o'clock. We're doing a reggae thing.
Yeah, man.
See, I sent you a link. I sent you a link for one of the recordings that I did.
Okay.
So that one we're doing another one Saturday, like it.
Okay.
You know. So it's a more thing, but it's reggae. It's our reggae really.
Right. Yeah, because I think I saw you sent me one before with a band and I watched it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as I'm doing, you know, we're doing stuff to do reggae thing. So you know, I'll send it to him, man. Once they're done.
Yeah, it's nice. I like the backup singer. You had a backup singer there, 2 girls, and you had the Rasta singing at the front. And
yeah.
You have some good music.
Yeah.
You have some nice, really good music, man. I like it.
Actually, this time around, we did one the other day, and one of the songs that we did, the guy is actually singing the song, but that, we had a little issue with the artist, so I don't know if the guy is going to do it. The guy was telling me he might want to do over the whole thing, but they need to say what they're doing because we're doing rehearsal stages right now, and this way we can go through the songs to them again.
Okay.
You know? So I'll just see what's happening.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, I'll link up, man.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Okay, so I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna publish this during the week, and yeah, man, just let everybody know who M16 is, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, man. So, yeah, we'll catch up. Anything, let me know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Peace and love. Alright.